What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode. It's episode number 49. This is it, the pressure is on. It's the Champions League semi-finals today to take on AC Milan, first away at the San Siro and at home in the second leg as well. And today we'll play the final 4 games of the Bundesliga as well. Right now 1 point behind Wolfsburg and a genuine chance we'll miss out on the top 4 in our final season of the save. And they are our first opponents today. As we've been saying all the way through, as it's the final season of save, it doesn't really matter. But I don't want to miss out on a top 4 place after 3 years of finishing there in the final season of save. And I certainly don't want to miss out to these guys, our main rivals of the entire series. So our first game, Wolfsburg away. And despite me down at the San Siro in the week, I'm picking a strong lineup for this. I want to get back into Champions League places with 3 games to go. First game, Wolfsburg away. Comment about that. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's not important if we don't finish in the top 4 in the final season to save. But if there's one team I don't want to take our place, it's these guys, man. Yes! Literally rival throughout the course of the entire save. And honestly, I've said this many times before and I'll say it again. One of the reasons why I've loved this series, and it's one of the biggest tips I can give people when they're doing an RTG. I get asked all the time, man, oh Doxy boy, I can't stay into my save, man, I get bored quickly. Generally, when you're doing an RTG, create a rivalry with a new team. The chances are you're going to have a rivalry with the team you inherit anyway, but if you create a new one as you're going along, it makes the games, it makes the clashes like these with a lot of importance even more immersive as well. Jenny, Wolfsburg and Mönchengladbach became big rivals, but they are in this save. I am not letting them take my 4th place. Yeah, I'm not letting these guys finish above us. Absolutely not. We have finished above them every single season of the save. I'm not letting that be changed in the final season. Especially not when there's Champions League football at stake for next year. Whether we're playing it or not, doesn't matter to me. Oh, come on. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen on my watch. Alright with the second, 20 minutes in. Back-to-back Bundesliga wins for the first time in a while incoming. He was actually on loan with Wolfsburg. I think it was season 2 we loaned him out here. And I didn't necessarily mind doing it back then, but I wouldn't do it for any season from here on out. That rivalry has grown stronger and stronger throughout. So that's the thing as well. You know, in the first season, we might not have had massive battles with Wolfsburg, but as the years went on, we had them in a cup quarter-final, I believe. Obviously, in Season 1, it was for the Europa League positions. And for this season, Champions League as well. It's not this rivalry is arbitrary. No, we've had big games against it with a lot of stake too. So, yeah, when you're choosing that rivalry, it's even better when there's a lot of stake between the two teams. In terms of cup progress and European finishes as well. This has been a brilliant first half, by the way. He's on Lionesses. Why have we not been playing like this for these past few weeks? When we could play this good in 35 minutes, why have we been so bad in the recent weeks? AC Milan, we're coming for you. Into the final 25 minutes, taking off most of my starters apart from Lionesses up top. So I want to get in the hat-trick if I can. It's been a while since he's last. Oh, such a stupid goal to concede. You absolute... What are you doing? Well, you know me. I've got very high standards, and thus conceding a silly goal like that in a game where I have complete control of is always going to annoy me. But I'm not going to let it dampen my mood. It's a brilliant win. Our first away win in the Bundesliga in a long time. And it puts us back in the top 4. At Wolfsburg's expense as well. This is where again I want the 15 plus DLC. A few scuffles here and there on the pitch, you know, it'll be so much more immersive, but all I need to know is 3 games to go. Win them all, we will stay in the top 4. But before our following game in the league, this is it. First leg of the Champions League quarter-final, semi-final, sorry, away at the San Siro. Heading into this game against AC Milan. How gutting is it that their licensing is no longer in FC? Fingers crossed get it back for FC 26, but heading into this one here, I would say we might be slight underdogs, but that's a very slight. I think we can measure up to them every step of the way. Now, after taking out Atletico, I don't see why we can't take out AC Milan. First leg away at the San Siro, and all I want to be is in the tie, heading back to Borussia Park. Get a win, and that's a bonus. Just make sure you don't lose it. Come on, Mönchengladbach. Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't really seen much confirmed for FC 26 so far. All I've seen have been, you know, rumours and chitter chatter and discussions. The only thing I've seen that's confirmed is the cover photo, which is, to be fair, quite cool. The Ibrahimovic throwback. But other than that, I don't really know what we're going to see for FC 26, really, if any new features at all. I guess we'll find out together, but the one thing I do hope... Oh, Brown, go down! Out in a penalty! Calabri's all over you, mate! What I do hope is we'll see the licensing restored for AC Milan, that's for sure, because this just does not feel right. AC Milan in orange and white pinstripes without the San Siro. It's not right. It's not right. Nathaniel, bro, go down, mate. Calabria was literally trying to swap shirts with you there. If he hits the deck there, Nathaniel Brown, with there being contact with David, I think that's a pen. I think that's a pen, personally. But Florentino with a block there. Decided to be honest. And in what has been a really, really tense first half, we'll head into the break tied at 0-0. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it, to be fair, because we go back to Borussia Park with this scoreline. I feel very confident we'll score at home, and I feel very confident we'll win as well. This result, whilst it would be dull, would not be a bad result to take back heading to Gladbach. If it stays like this, I'm not going to be one bit disappointed. Goodness gracious, 7 minutes to go. And this might be the worst game of FC I've played all year long. This is terrible. There's not been a single shot on target in the entire game. Can Milan get one late and break our hearts? Ball rolled through. Darwin Núñez controls. Needs a teammate. He's got one. And that has summed the game up. This is the worst game I've played all year long. When I said coming to the end of 90 minutes, I wanted to still be in the tie. I'd probably say advantage Mönchengladbach, and that's why the fans are clapping as well, because we've held Milan to a goalless score, and that means that I think just one goal at Borussia Park will probably be going through. Milan didn't really threaten me at all in the game, whilst we didn't threaten much either. We'll be much better in Gladbach. I'd say slight advantage to the visitors going back to Germany. Right, I'm moving straight into the next game. That was absolutely terrible. I was so excited for that and nothing went on at all. Following game of Stuttgart away from home, heading into this game again. We've just gone into the top four, 3 games to go. We win them all, we guarantee Champions League football, and I'd say this is the toughest of the final 3 games as well. So I will rotate a lot on my side with the second leg in the week, but yeah, I want to get the job done with 2 games to go, and we can do that with a win here and another Wolfsburg slip up. Stuttgart away our following game. That was terrible. In fact, the most exciting thing in the game was a player dribbling out of play for a goal kick sums it up. You know, I often say it's hard to condense my episodes. Not when the games are like that. You know, I was scraping the bottom of the barrel to try and find a highlight in that game. Dear, oh dear. But again, I'd say it's slight advantage to us now. Slight advantage to us. Milan played like that again in Gladbach. They're going to get turned over. We're going to score. We're going to score at home. We defend like we have been in these past 2 games, and I think we'll be alright as well. Oh! But not if Nicholas drops a clanger like that. He's won me more games than he's cost me, but every now and then he's got a mistake in him. Do not do that in a week, Nicholas, please. Just drop the ball. Completely drop the ball, and Stuttgart have the early opener. But I feel confident. Oh, why wouldn't I? Hadn't scored a goal all season long now, 2 in 2 games. All right with the instant leveller. Mönchengladbach back on level terms. Come on, great couple of wins in a row in the league. Let's not throw one here. I do like the fact that in this save, whilst you know most of the team has changed and been signed externally, a lot of the team, or I should say at least a few of the players in the team, have been here since the very beginning. Robin Hack, Ulreich, Rocco, Nicholas, Kleinders, they're still here since the very beginning, and still proving, even in the final season to save, chasing a cup and European double, they've got a lot to offer. Jamie, back in Stuttgart, you knew he'd score today, you knew he would score, always happens whether you're playing career mode or FM. Brilliant finish, Mönchengladbach flipped the script, we're in front. You know, this might be the first save I've done as well, it's yours by all day, where I haven't signed a single goalkeeper. In the entire save, because we didn't decide to bring Ter Stegen back, we didn't sign a single goalkeeper. I've never done that before. Even after all these years of playing career, this is the first time I've ever done a save where I've not signed a single goalkeeper. All 3 to end the save were ours inherited. And it's Justin off the bench, wraps it up, half an hour to go. What a comeback from Mönchengladbach. And finally, after a really poor run of form, it's going to be 3 straight wins in a row in the league, and a nice little unbeaten stretch of 4 games as well. It's been a long time coming since we played football like this, but finally we're doing it at the business end of the season. I'll say it again. I think it's advantage Gladbach heading into that second leg against Milan. I think we're the favourites for it, no doubt. So let's go prove that is the case. Yep, following game, this is it. Biggest of the save, I would say. Even bigger than that DFB Pokal final last year and the one before as well. Because we're on the brink of making the Champions League final for the first time in a save. And Mönchengladbach second in club history. I got my boys fit. I got them fresh. I'm feeling confident on this run. And I think an early goal tonight will set us on our way to the Champions League final. But concede early and we're going to be under pressure in our own backyard against the Italian Giants. Following game, second leg of the Champions League semi. This is it. Come on, Borussia Mönchengladbach. This season is not going to be regarded as a failure if we don't win both the Champions League and the Cup, but it will be if we don't win either. We have to win at least one, you know. Retaining that Cup against Bayern Munich, preventing their... Oh, touch! Save! And the header goes just wide by Sane. Pause on that Cup would be a great achievement considering how much we struggled against them in the save. Winning the Champions League would be the best of both, let's just be honest. And that should have been the best possible start. Sane just couldn't get a goal bound under pressure, but an excellent beginning here against Milan. Putting the Italians under pressure as we look for an early opener. First half is from Mönchengladbach as well. Milan have not had a chance in the entire tie, really, for being honest here. And I knew that was going to be hard for them tonight anyway. And Rocco is there. They have not got an answer for our defence. Not got an answer. And that's why I said it. I think all we need... Oh, it's just a one goal. We get one goal in the second half, and I promise you, we're going to the final. It's all we need. Milan aren't going to score. All we need to do is just do it once. Come on, Timmy. This is your time. That was Tim going up for that header there. I reckon he gets it goal bound at 6'4". Very good in the air as well. I reckon he scores. And if he scores that early goal, we're on our way to the final, no doubt. But as things stand, still nil. But this is the thing, though. Milan aren't going to get a chance. Milan's best chance of winning this tie is doing it on pens. They aren't going to get a chance. Our DMs are fantastic. What a ball. And that might be the goal that sends Mönchengladbach through to their first Champions League final since 1977. And that's why I wasn't going to be overly critical of that early miss from Dio Diune. That was incredibly hard. Ball coming out at pace, in the air. Not exactly dead centre as well. Going to be hard to squeeze it in from there. So good throughout the course of the season. Difficult chance. Better ones are going to come. Easier ones are going to come. Don't destroy a player's confidence with one miss. That's not going to do them any favours at all. There we go, Nunez. Nah, trust Nicholas all day. All day. Only shot he's had to save in the tie, but... Oh, they're blocking it! Keeps. Flag was up anyway. Here come Milan. They've got to come now. They've got to come now, so here they come. We knew if we'd scored, they'd need to come out of their shells, and here they come, but... Unfortunately for them, we've got an elite DM duo of Florentino and Schiller who they've barely been able to get past. And when they have, our back four is there. And when they've been beaten only once, yes, oh no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. It's that man to the rescue. Nicholas with the save. I said they were going to come. Here they come. 8.5 minutes to hold on to a place in the final. And that's going to be blocked by Stack and cleared as well. Pressure withstood late on, and that is that. Nicholas with a couple of decent saves, but to be honest, other than that, there weren't too many chances for Milan in the entire tie, let alone the game, and it is over. For the first time since '77, Mönchengladbach are in the Champions League final. Will it be Liverpool again or Real Madrid? Guys, I've got to be honest, that was terrible. That was awful. I'm so glad that Milan got a couple of chances after we scored, but that was terrible. And to be fair, the chance was a half chance, really. That has got to be one of the worst semi-finals in the Champions League I've ever played. That was so bad. I was really excited for it, and it was awful. But in the final, we'll be taking on... I got a feeling it is going to be Real Madrid, to be fair. They've won it more times than anyone else, and I faced them more times than anyone else in Champions League finals. And it's going to be, yeah, Real Madrid. Knocked out Liverpool at Anfield 4-3 over 2 legs in the end. And whilst their tie was thrilling and ours was anything but, it's going to be the immovable object versus the unstoppable force in that Champions League final. Real Madrid as we aim to get our first in Mönchengladbach history, but all I can say is this: no matter what happens, please let it be a better tie than that game, because that was absolutely awful. Right, following game and heading into this, it is Darmstadt at Borussia Park. Right now, rock bottom of the table, but for us, after Wolfsburg slipped up again, all we need is one win in our final 2 games to all play today, and that will lock up Champions League football. Bayern have been champions for a while, ever since they beat us really, but a win in this game at home to Darmstadt, and no matter what Wolfsburg do, we will guarantee at the very least a 4th place finish and confirming a Champions League place for next year, even though we're not playing it. Let's make sure we don't drop the ball here into the final day. Darmstadt at home. Can't mention Gladbach. Sorry about that, guys. I really wanted that to be a great tie. When it was drawn, I thought it's going to be very tight. We might be slight underdogs, but it could go either way. Should be a good affair regardless. But, oh, what a finish, Lionesses. That's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. Like, sometimes the most thrilling of ties that are set up can end up being absolutely woeful and boring as hell. But then sometimes the games which you'd think are going to have very little on them and very meaningless end up being so many games today. Look at the Super Cup at the start of the season, for example. I thought that was going to be a really boring curtain raiser against Leverkusen. End up being one of the games of the safe. 2-2 and then a dramatic penalty shootout. It's just one of those things, man. Can't predict it. But it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you do. I'll always say it. It's not the journey, it's the destination. Always. It's one of my least favourite sayings. That you know, I'm a quote fiend. I do love my quotes and my sayings, but that can get in the bin. That can literally. That quote is almost as bad as money can't buy you happiness. Both of those things, absolute nonsense. Of course, it's the destination, not the journey. Of course, it is. No one cares about how you got there, so long as you did. You know. Even if you scrape all the way through to, put it this way, Euros 2004. You think people are gonna go on about Greece and how they won the Euros back in 2004? No one cares. They won it. They won the greatest upsets of all time in international football. It's not the journey, it's the destination. Simple as. The same for us. If we win the Champions League, I'm not going to think about that semi-final tie and how dull it was. I'm going to remember it's our first Champions League in history. That's what I'm going to remember. Oh, what a finish that is. Darmstadt with the equaliser with 12 to play. And money can buy happiness as well. Anyone that tells you it can't is lying to you. Simple as that. Schade through the gap, finds Vanna. Nice ball through. Kleindenst holds it up, gives it back. Vanna takes his time. Can he get a shot away? Yes, he can. Oh, just wide. Bringing on the cavalry from the bench. Dione, Florentino, and Struikens all coming on with 13 to play. Can we find a winner at home to rock bottom Darmstadt? The easiest game of the season statistically. Oh my god, I thought I was going to go in. And we might end up failing to win it. Save out, that's him done for the season. He'll be missing for the final 3 games, but this is terrible. How do we not win this game? Seriously. We've got Frankfurt at home on the final day. And to be fair, a point might still be enough due to what Wolfsburg need to do. Back-to-back wins. But even so, I don't want to go into the... Oh, hang on. Oh, Dione off the bench for the win and the Champions League for next season. What a signing he's been. As Sane scored the winner against Milan, scores the winner against Darmstadt. That's surely going to do it now. Top 4 confirmed with a game to go. What a ball by Ulreich, by the way. He's coming alive towards the end of the season. Couple of goals. Assist for what should be a game winner there is Nicholas. That's catching practice. And that is indeed going to do it. Our backup left back turning into a bit of an unlikely hero. But the main hero is the man that's got these 2 goals. Asane, Dione, what a signing he has been. And that late game winner off the bench ensures it's locked up with a game to go. We might not have needed to win had Wolfsburg failed, but even so, no matter what, it's done now into the final day. We will be in the Champions League for next season if we were to continue to save. So let's just do it now. Our final game of the episode and our final one at Borussia Park in the entire save as well. Honestly, this stadium has been really cool to play at. The fan animations are really, really cool. I love the green neon lighting in the roof as well. The tifos have been cool as well. This is a real cool stadium, man. And our final game here at the save as well. Frankfurt home, meaningless game, but it'll be nice to go into those finals, extending our winning run to 4 in all competitions. Frankfurt, our final game at Borussia Park. They've got a strong lineup as well for the game, even though we've got 2 cup finals after this, because we could actually finish second in the table with a win here. And results going our way, which to be fair, after what has been a really, really difficult league season, that'll be a nice way to end it. You know, there's no shame in being runners up to Bayern Munich. They won the title a while ago. To say we finished second, yeah, it's not a bad league campaign at all, really, in a division that features the great Bayern Munich. So I want to make sure we win this game here. and end the season on a high as Kleinitz finds a sign. Speed of ending the season on a high. This guy's ending the season looking like the best winger in the league right now. Shot blocked. It'll drop back to him. Takes his time. Stutter step. And the finish should have hit the back of the net. He's just pure pace, Asane. Like, he's just pure. It plays into my hand perfectly because that's what I'm all about. I love using that pace. I love going down the flank. I love stepping inside. That's my kind of play style. So when you've got a player like that who's not only got the pace but the end product, I think for a long time we had players who had lots and lots of pace but the end product wasn't quite there. Ngumu, Robin Hack, I mean, to be fair, Sade at times looks good and other times can't hit a barn over Banjo, whereas Asane is so clinical as well. Big reason why we're of course into that Champions League final. And to be fair, you think of it, he scored clutch goals this season. Winner against Darmstadt to lock up CL football. Winner in the German Cup quarter-final against Stuttgart. Winner in the Champions League semi-final against AC Milan. And possibly the final game at Borussia Park in the same as well. This guy, he gets it done in the high-pressure moments, man. 1-0, Mönchengladbach in front. Perfect start. Goes it back. Fernandes, finish. Clean strike by the ex-Red Devil. And Frankfurt have the lead. I must say, I don't normally see Fernandes leave. Do you remember recently we were talking about players that we don't often see leave clubs? Like, Mbappe, for example, whenever leaves Real Madrid. I pretty much never see Fernandes leave Manchester United. So for him to be here at Frankfurt, it's an interesting career arc. I like it, though. And he's got them back on level terms. I don't want to drop these points either. I want to go into those cup finals on the back of 5 straight wins. I want to drop it here, or 4 straight wins even. Yeah, no matter what, we'd be underdogs against Bayern Munich in that German Cup final. But if we were to go into it on a 4-game winning run and a really good unbeaten stretch dating back to our loss to Atletico in the second leg of the quarters, I think we'd have a chance at best with the form and the momentum. 80 minutes to hold on. Nice chance for Frankfurt. Don't give him a chance. Don't give him a chance. They're going to get one. It's Fernandes again. Oh. Like I said, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. The most important thing was just finishing top 4. We confirmed that, but it does feel going to drop 2 points with the final shot of the season against Eintracht Frankfurt. So it does mean we'll finish in 4th place in the end. Still a heck of a finish to the season considering where we were and where we were likely to finish on that abysmal run. But it does mean our winning run ends after 3 heading into the cup final. That's a bit of a sour note to end on that. And as we take one final look at the league table, as you can see, after 2 years without one, Bayern back on the throne in Germany. That was to be expected, to be fair, at some point. We did well to hold them for as long as we could, but once they beat us, it was game over. It was going to be their challenger once again. Dortmund second, Leverkusen third, and us in 4th. How we held on to that win right at the end. We would have dropped into, moved up to 3rd, but doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Top 4 is the most important thing, and that is what we confirmed. Wolfsburg 3 behind in 5th, Leipzig 6th, Frankfurt 7th, and the top 10 Stuttgart, Freiburg, and Hamburg. And the bottom 3 in the end were Heidenheim in the playoff, Augsburg and Darmstadt down to the 2 Liga. And the final thing we'll do to end the league season is take a look at the individual stats. Marmoush, player of the season, leading Bayern to the title while winning the Golden Glove as well, 28 and 31. So the first that Klein doesn't win after 3 straight as he finished 2nd this season. As for the assist title, he did win that, 17 in 34. Struiken's behind in 2nd place. Dayot only 4th as well, of 9 in 26. And for the Golden Glove, yeah, I made the right call. Nicholas winning it once again every single season to save, I believe, apart from season 1. But that's the team of the season. Only 2 representatives, but 2 OGs. Wright and Kleinitz are only representatives in that Bundesliga team of the season. But that'll do it for today's episode, guys. Massive thank you. Fortunately, you enjoyed. If you hadn't, please like, much you all have a fantastic day. I'll return next one. 2 episodes to go in the save, and they're the 2 cup finals. Bayern in the German Cup finals, we aim to retain our domestic cup, and that Champions League final against Real Madrid directly afterwards. Have a great day, much love, and I'll see you for part 1 of the 2-part series finale very soon.